So this
Stick
now,
around. There's a whole lot more coming. Whole lot more.
so this marks the unabridged, the unabated version of
Unabated,
wood talk,
unabridged,
wood turning,
unlicensed,
unlicensed.
illegal.
This is where folks get to let their hair down.
Uh-oh.
I
All
did.
right.
Let your hair down, Cap.
Careful,
Hold on,
Kelly's
man.
in the house.
I'm
Watch you
gonna
just
let it down.
Kelly's here.
All right.
Cool it is.
Not much came out there. Let me put this back
Unrestrained.
on. You know, that glare is just too much for me.
Where? Oh, the Mr. Clean Glare.
Oh, well, you know, I had to let the hair down. You know, so now I got to put it back up. So,
Yep. There we go. I'll let mine down.
well, yeah, you got your ears relocated.
Had to hit up the
mercy.
barber today because we got family photos tomorrow. So
You get to wear your hat.
Yeah, wear your hat, Cade.
yeah, no, I'll get crucified if I wear my hat to family photo.
Yeah, about 15 years ago, we went to get family photos done, and so I had my ball cap on, and Tina's like, "You're not wearing your ball cap," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I am."
Why not?
And you know, I mean, that's, you know, I always wore a ball cap, and so we're there, we're getting ready to, you know, do the her and I photos, and she's like, "You're gonna take that damn hat off, or I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna throw it away." And I'm like, "All right, well, I guess I'll just take it off and hold it behind me."
Yeah, I was gonna say
Want me to
that's
throw it away?
Americans. Us Americans stopped taking those J.C. Penney family photos in the '80s.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
But I remember in the '80s and like in the '90s. You remember back in like the '90s, whenever you walk into a Walmart, even Walmart had photo studios. Remember that?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I was overseas, so I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And Kmart.
Kmart had them. Yeah,
And Zellers.
I think they got rid of all that stuff before 2000. I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
We
right.
just got rid of them in our Walmart.
Wow.
I think it was a couple months ago they got rid of the last one. Now it's all automated kiosks. You go in and print them off.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah,
We
ours
got a
is
bunch
through
of people running around
through
with
a
cameras
private.
asking for $500 an hour is what we got.
Yeah. Same.
As a kid, where I lived down in Southern California, they actually had a photo studio on a trailer, and you made an appointment. They come to your house, and you go out there with your family and sit in the trailer, and they take family photos right there.
Yeah.
I know my wife has a friend who's a photographer, so she did like Cash's birth photos and first birthday and second birthday photos. And my mom's sick, so we figured we better get some good family photos in case anything goes awry.
I have a niece that was looking for some pictures of her father from the 70s. And I said to her, "I don't have any pictures of him. I can't help you. I mean, we didn't make a lot of pictures in the 70s. We had to spend too much development." She looked at me and she tried to figure out what the heck I was talking about. You didn't take hundreds of pictures. They cost what to develop. I don't think she'd ever heard of that before.
Man, you know what would piss me off is you go to Walmart, you buy a camera, take it with you on a trip to Bahamas, and take 32 pictures, drop it off at the Walmart, and get like 2 good pictures back, and all the rest of them are all black and stupid
Blurry.
looking. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you get your negatives. You get negatives and a bunch of crappy photos.
Dave, how would you like me to send the information to you for the t-shirts to put on the website?
Email it to me if you want. That would
To
be
you
great.
directly or through the website?
Directly. I think you have my email. If you don't, I'll put it in the chat. How about that?
I got it.
Okay, good.
I'll send you that in a Word document if that's all right.
Fine, perfect.
Yeah, years ago I had my photography studio in my garage and took a lot of photos right out of that garage.
And now nobody has any idea what an enlarger is, right?
Right.
What the heck is that stuff that Kodak used to use? That liquid stuff that you had to put this paper in, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I learned that years ago how to do all that. I had a little dark room in my house and everything. I used to love doing that stuff.
Yep. I had a bedroom that was set up. All the light was out of it. Had a little red light that was on, and you'd shut that off for color. And then you got to remember where everything's at, and you're feeling around in the dark. It was a lot of fun.
You set it up in a certain order so you know where everything is in the blindness of the darkness, you know.
Yep. It was fun.
How many slides do you still have laying around? The old slides, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You had to use a projector with. I still got a bunch of them.
I gave all my stuff to my son, trailer, everything.
And my oldest brother, he
I'm very upset recently because, well, not recently, let's say within the last couple of years,
Oh,
we had some videotape, not videotape, some 8mm tapes that were sitting in the closet. She wanted them converted over to digital, and she sent them in. She didn't even open the canister to find out if they were any good. And within a few weeks, the company sent them back, and they said they're all crystallized. And she opened it up, and it was one solid mass. I have nothing left from my childhood. Sorry.
Yep.
older brother, he has all the old home movies and stuff, and he put them all on DVDs and stuff. But we got them locked away in a nice, cool safe, and they're still good after all these years.
Oh my God.
Well, the old the vets, I get a photo from them from back World War II and stuff like that of them and their buddies. I'd scan them, and of course they've got all these scratches in them and stuff and fold marks, and I'd take all of it out and make it look like it was just taken.
Oh, you put it in Photoshop, you can get rid of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I got two of them little tablets that got your little pencil for taking stuff out and whatever. They work great. That AI really helps out.
Oh yeah, now, yeah, you can just tell it what to do and it'll search for it and it'll take it right out.
Yep. So when I was doing that, it was still a little difficult because it was a steep learning curve, I'll tell you, from developing it the old way with the Trimax and all them different films.
I did a lot of film developing for newspapers where I live, and that's where I learned how to do it. A lot of work there.
And putting the film, taking it out of the canisters, putting it on the reels, and
Complete darkness.
Yeah. They don't know how good they got it now.
I still think film looks better.
I do too.
It does. There's no digital footprint. There's no pixels. It's just pure straight right onto the film.
Yep. If you knew how to use your camera, you took good pictures. If you didn't, well, you ended up with junk.
So the f-stops and the apertures and all of that stuff.
Yep. Film speed.
Filters on your lens, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just push a button and shoot. Damn, it's like crazy now. It's all done on your stupid phone now.
Yeah, you can make it look like it's an action shot and it was a still.
Crazy.
That's pretty extensive snowman collection you got there, Scott.
That is already boxed up for this year's craft shows. Yeah, I've been busy making my inventory for this year. Sell a lot of those. I usually sell out of these things every year. So I'll probably make another batch just that big in the coming after. I have a craft show October 6th and 7th that I'll probably sell all of those and I'll make more after that.
Hey, Scott, how big are those?
Anywhere from 12 inches to 16 inches tall.
Oh, wow.
Do you mind me asking what you charge for them?
Well, I make them out of a pine fence post that I can get at Lowe's for $9, and I can get, depending on how long they are or tall they are, I can get anywhere from 5 to 10 of those things out of one for $10. So yeah, $25 and up usually.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I can turn one in like 5 minutes. It's done.
Yeah, I know how that works.
Takes longer for me to paint them and put the details on them than it is to turn them. So.
Yep. Very cool.
That's
Thanks.
cool.
Sell them all, man.
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah, every year people want more and more of these. They come in. You got any more of those snowmen? We want another snowman. Some people go buy a set of one of each height. They make 3 different heights. That way they have a family of snowmen. And
I love it.
so
That's cool.
It looks like you're blowtorching their hats, right?
yep,
Yeah. In the trees.
the trees
To the
down.
left.
Yeah, I see them. Yeah, those are cool too.
Oh, the trees are really popular. First time I put those out, I only had like 6 of them, and those are the first things to go.
I thought that was weird when I had my little store. I only turned like this one tree one time out of this boat arc. That Clint gave me, I think. And I didn't think anybody would ever buy a little Christmas tree made out of a piece of a tree. So I had it way up high behind something, kind of like as a decoration. Only tree I'd ever turned. Sure enough, some lady's in there. Hey, how much is that up there? I'm like, I don't know. That's just like a little decoration. She goes, no, but I want it. How much is that? Did you make that? Yeah. Well, I want it.
Cool.
First
tree.
How big are the trees? Oh, sorry.
Now they look like they're about a foot tall too, right?
Yeah, they're about 12 to 15 inches. But yeah, those are the first time I had those out. I had like 6 of them, and somebody came in and bought them all. Boom, they're gone.
For like what, about 20, 30 bucks a piece, right?
And I was like, dang, man, I should have made a bunch more of these. So, yeah, so this year I'm making some extras just to see how they do. It changes from year to year. You never know what's going to sell and what isn't. Like 2 years ago, what was it? Gnomes were, man, nobody could keep gnomes. Everybody wanted gnomes. I practically sold out of my army of gnomes. I made like 50 or so gnomes. I sold all of them last year or 2 years ago. So I made more for last year and I only sold 2.
Mm-hmm.
Still got
I've
like
had that too.
somewhere.
Yeah, I've had that happen too a couple times. You think you're making the next best thing since sliced bread, and one year they sell like hotcakes, so you're like, all right, I'm gonna make 20, 30, 50 more this year, and you might sell 2, and then you'll sell the rest over a couple of years. But
You don't just toss them, you just put them out in hopes of selling them. But you never know what's going to hit. It's really hard to figure out. Do they want trees this year? Do they want snowmen this year? Do they want globe ornaments this year? It's just like, you never know. That's what I like about my first 2 craft fairs. That usually gives me an idea of what's going to sell and what isn't. So I know I figure out really quick what's going to be popular. Yeah, I think snowmen are going to come. Snowmen always sell though, but I think it's time. This year is going to be snowman. Last year they didn't sell quite as much as I usually do, but it goes in phases. It'll be like 1 year they don't sell as much. The following year they sell like crazy, then slow the next year, and then the following year everybody wants them again. So they come and go.
Are the eyes painted or are they googly eyes that you glue on?
Those are googly eyes.
Okay, I thought so. That's cool.
Before, and everybody's like, where's the ones with the googly eyes? So apparently everybody likes the googly eyes. So I don't know why, but yeah. It gives them more character or something, the different sizes. You can see some of them have bigger ones and small ones.
Yeah. I like the variety of facial expressions too. It's cool.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to give each one a little bit of a personality.
It's fun.
Some of them, let me pull up a different one. Here, you guys can see others that I sold last year. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. There we go. See if I can get out of the way. See, these guys got hats and stuff on them.
Cool.
Yeah. And then last year, if you look down here in the corner, you'll see it just a head. See the head right here. Where is it? Right there.
Yeah.
That's a great idea too.
Yeah, they call them snowball heads, and those sold really well too. People they're like, oh, that's going to be perfect for a centerpiece. So I sold a bunch of those, and then I always sell a bunch of these. These are my little ornaments that I sell for $5 each. They're really quick to whip out. It's funny though, I'll have one or two ornaments. Like I'll have an ornament, really nice one for $25, and I go, oh no, that's too expensive. But then they'll spend $50 on 10 of these. So I don't know. I guess quantity over quality. I guess I don't know.
What are those little beads on that one plain Christmas tree with 3 tiers, like little bead looking things?
Oh, that's these. That's puff paint. Different color puff paint. You use it on T-shirts and stuff. They sell it at craft show or craft market, like Hobby Lobby and places.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when it's dry on wood, like it's really hard to peel it off for one on wood. I've never been able to peel one off, and it doesn't harden all the way. It stays a little rubbery. It's almost like a compound in the wood in the paint or something. And yeah, I've tried to pull one off, and it's like, wow, dang, this just really stuck on there like cement.
Like a silicone paint?
Oh, yeah, it's just a puff paint. They use it on T-shirts. That people draw stuff on T-shirts with it. They do their artwork. That's really easy. I mean, I whip those out. Doesn't take long at all. I'll put like a 8-inch. These are made out of dowel rods, 2-inch dowel rods. And I'll put like an 8-inch piece in there, and I'll just make a whole bunch of ornaments out of that one piece. Each one of these are like 3 inches tall or something, 2 to 3 inches tall. And I got angels and the snowmen. And
Oh wow! So you just buy a 3-inch diameter dowel rod and cut it up into pieces, and
one of those 36-inch dowel rods you get at the hardware store, and cut it into pieces and cut it into that, or turn them into that.
Wow. They're already round,
that's
easy to put in your chuck.
That's what I do too. I stick them on the belt sander and sharpen them.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Just zip, and you're good to go, and then dip them in orange paint.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with them. Oh, that's a big tall tree back there. We'll see what sells. It's usually my first craft fair usually tells me what's going to sell and what's not, and then I can go back into my shop here and create more inventory of what I think is gonna sell the best.
Wait, I guess I got confused. I thought you were talking about those ornaments. You make those out of a large diameter dowel rod.
Yeah, yeah, these little ones up here. Look, look, these
Other side,
other side, I think I never.
other right.
Okay, because then Matt, I think what Matt was talking about was buying dowel rods to make the carrots, the noses.
Oh, the
Yeah.
carrot. Yeah, sure. You can make your own.
Yeah.
carrot.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on the conversation there.
I got a real low IQ, Matt, man. You can't throw a sidewinder in like that.
Slide a foot long piece through my headstock and clamp it down in my truck as I go. And I'll just turn it really quick, spray it with orange paint. And once the orange paint's dry, they'll be sitting in a bucket. I'll take a really thin piece of little thin toothbrush or paintbrush with black paint on it. I'll put like little black stripes on them. You can barely see them on that one. You can kind of make out the black stripes on them, but yeah, right there. You can, just to give it a little the carrots a little more character instead of just an orange stick. But
Cool.
sometimes like this natural wood, like those other ones I showed. These guys don't have, but that previous picture, if I see if I can bring it back up, you'll see it's. Where did it go? I got so many pictures I can bring up here. There, you can see just natural twigs for the noses. The nose. Yeah, I make all the, let's see, there's a good. There's a picture of half my booth behind me. That's one of my displays there. See all my birdhouse ornaments and my globe ornaments in the back.
That's cool. That's a cool little rack. Is
Yeah,
it fold to one another, or it's
Yeah.
just two separate ones side by side?
oh, it's got hinges in the back there.
Cool. Right on.
Well, the way you're looking at it, it would fold away from what you're looking.
Mhm.
It makes easy
Cool.
storage and transportation and stuff. So, yeah, I like making all these ornaments. Now, like I said, I make like 200 or more ornaments a year, so keeps me busy, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Those top
Nope.
2 rows aren't $15, are they?
All right, which ones?
Those top 2 rows right there, they're not $15, are they?
No,
They're
no.
sea urchins, aren't they?
Let's see. Let me bring it. Which one? Oh, no, these are like down
Or
in
glued?
stuff. Yeah, those up there, they're like anywhere from $25 up. Those aren't the $14 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't have the sign up there for those. The birdhouse ornaments, most of those I sell for 20 though, because it's the area I live in. I really can't get more than that for those, unfortunately. You know, if I were to take all those down to LA and spend $1,000 on a craft booth, I could probably sell the birdhouse ornaments for like $60 each. But depending on where you
With the booth you're at now.
oh, I've only paid like $80.
My God.
Yeah. That's a
We got
steal.
one in Rockport that's 300 for the whole weekend and out in the yard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal. $100 a day.
Yeah.
Some
Look
up
at
here
those
is
Dutch
like
Fest. The
it's
big one that I do is $350 for Friday from 5 p.m. to 10, and then Saturday from 10 a.m. to like 8 or 9 p.m. It's $350, but I get electric so I can bring one of my middies and run a MIDI and harass
Oh.
people.
that's with electric.
Yeah,
Got my Christmas
that's
lights,
pretty good.
got lights shining on the ornaments and stuff.
yeah.
Days. So yeah, at this one booth, last year at this craft show, I probably made like $750 after I paid for everything. So
No,
this
nice.
picture was taken before I started selling, right before they opened the door. So a lot of that disappeared that day.
Yeah, most of the day, the like the 3, 4, 5 hour like setups that I do are only like $25, $30, $40, 30, 25, 30 is about the average. And some of them are $50, but there's a lot of people doing that now, getting other people organized. And I guess in some ways you can feel like that's a little aggravating that somebody's making a bunch of money off of us, but then again, I'm like the most disorganized person on the planet. So having somebody else say, "Hey, here's where you set up your tent," that's worth $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And out ahead, that's what counts. And these,
Yeah.
you guys can see, if I can bring my picture back up, you guys see these little mushroom type birdhouses?
Yeah, those are cool.
Mhm.
Sold out of those. I made 25 of them, and at this craft show, I sold every one of them in like 5 hours. They're all gone.
That's mushrooms are in this year, man. Joey's been making some out of like clay, and painting them, and she's selling those. I went to some of you guys know who the Tollies are, so they were set up at the Wimberley Wings Over Wimberley. So me and Joey drove out there because one of her best friends had a booth out there doing face painting, and I sat there and watched people buy mushroom after mushroom. I mean, for some reason, this is the year for mushrooms.
Well, I thought last year was the way I sold them, so I'll be making more for this year, see how it goes. But yeah, one guy, he bought like 10 of them just in one shot. He said he's going to give them away as Christmas presents to his family and stuff. So I think, buy them all. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. He said, "You're not upset I'm going to buy a bunch of these, are you?" I'm like, "No. Why would I get upset?"
I've only made a couple mushrooms. Gary Roberts gave me some persimmon. You guys know who Gary Roberts is, and so I made a couple mushrooms because because the branch had like a crack running through it, so it just looked cool, the top of the mushroom. So then I just drilled a couple of holes into some piece of crap half log with some bark on it that was gnarly, stuck a few mushrooms in it, and I had it at one of my booths, and some guy had to have it. And I mean, I made a big deal about how I couldn't sell it, and he's like, "No, I gotta have it, man. I gotta have it." Ramped up the price on it. I
gotta keep it price, right?
Yeah.
That's what
I don't remember how much it was, but I got way more for that than I deserved.
Yeah, that's some people. It's like I tell them, "Oh, that's my last one. I really want to keep it," and they're like, "I'll offer you this," and I'll give them my my price of I want to keep it price, and they'll fork it over. So okay, I'll just make another one.
This is the last one ever.
Yeah. I'll never make another one again. This is it. Right, sure. Close my shop that night and just make another one.
Yeah, I don't know what's more fun, making this stuff or selling it. Because selling it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I get repeat customers every year.
Guys, I gotta tell you, making it's more fun than selling it.
I don't know, man.
I like talking to everybody about it. So
selling it is cathartic in a way because it moves it out, so you can justify making more.
No, selling it's fun, Matt. Selling it is a blast.
Well, it is. It's validation, and I don't have the attachment to the work that some people do when so I'm fine for it to go, but it's just, I have just so much fun making things that it's just,
when I make the stuff, I know I'm making it to sell. I don't get attached to any of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's messing with the people more fun than anything.
It's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Very true.
I had a lady looking at a piece that was warped, and as she picked it up and looked at it, she wanted it. I said, it's warped. Yeah, I know it. That's why I'm buying it. Okay.
Sometimes I
I-
get
I- Go
funny
ahead, Kate.
questions, and they you make up stories and see if they believe it or not. Like one lady asked, she's like, "Oh, really? Tongue oil? Where's tongue oil come from?" I'm like, "Oh, tongue oil. It's very rare oil. They take the cow tongues and they extract the tongue oil from the cow tongues, and then they take the cow tongues and they sell them as cow tongues after, and then you get the head cheese and stuff like that, right?" But and it's a totally food safe, non-toxic finish, and that's why they call it tongue oil. She's like, "Really? I never knew that." I'm like, no, no, no. I'm just playing with you. She's
Yeah,
like,
I get walrus oil wholesale, so I'll have a bunch of walrus oil on the counter, and that one's pretty fun.
that's fun to play with them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a walrus oil. They're like, really?
I told you guys that I'm a member of a Facebook group called S** Overheard at Art Festivals. And there's a whole lot of those kinds of stories on there. And they have names for people, people who say certain categories of people. Yeah, I mean, you guys all know what a B-back is, right?
No, but put it in the chat so I can Google it right now.
A what?
Facebook group.
What's a B-back? Bring it back?
I'll be back. Yes.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell
See,
people that tell me that though, I said, you might be back, but I might be gone. So
Yeah.
are you still
Yeah.
gonna be here tomorrow? Yeah, but you're not.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
pieces you're interested in are certainly not going to be here tomorrow.
Exactly. I always get that. Oh yeah, I'll be back, and then they come back the last day and they're looking for that piece, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry it sold. You should have put a deposit or actually came back like you said you were gonna. Right? But if I can make you a custom one.
say that they come back at the next day towards the end, and they're like, well, tell you what, I'll buy it for this amount. They try to bargain with you.
Yeah, because they think you're hurting and it's the last day.
No, it's like,
It's not a flea market. We do these 30 of these a year. It's going to sell. It's the next one.
you don't want to.
Mhm.
I did have one that surprised the hell out of me. I was in Round Top, and I had all my stuff set up with Dan Nettles and Sunset Slabs, and so it really looked great. Anyway, I was turning stuff on the lathe. Some guy came by and he looked at this shaving set that I had, and it was nice, and I'd made it out of burl wood, and it had the brush, the stand, and the razor, some extra razors. He asked me how much I wanted for it, and I told him $225. I thought that was a pretty fair price. And he sets it down and he goes, I gotta go do a couple things or whatever. I'll be back. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Well, as I'm packing my stuff up that evening, that dude pulls up in a car, gets out of the car, and comes and gives me $225 for it. I was like, that blew my mind.
That's great though. That's a successful be-back story. Those are wonderful.
Yeah, that never happens.
Yeah, like 1 in 20 maybe.
Most people that come back at the end want to bargain with me, like, oh, but you don't want to haul this all away, you want to make some money off of it. I'm like, I don't care. I could keep it packed up for 5 years if I don't sell it. It's not going anywhere until somebody
Right.
pays for it.
Well, and they don't understand that you have to build stock up for shows. If you don't buy it, that means that's one less piece I've got to make for the next show.
Well,
Exactly.
somebody else is going to come along and buy it anyway. You don't need to cheat yourself out of the money you're asking.
Right. Exactly. It's already, probably below what it's worth anyway. So it's, you got a lot of
that low. I would have put a price on it that low. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That makes no
Yeah.
sense. But I always get talk me down, and it's like, no, man,
I've broken stuff before, and given them partial pieces of it, I get pissed off.
One of the stories in that Facebook group was somebody at an art festival overheard a reporter who was saying live on the air, come back in the last hour of the show and people will discount their pieces. And like 3 or 4 artists turned and looked at this woman and said, this reporter, and said, no, we don't do that. This is an art show. It's not a flea market.
They don't. It's like maybe some of them will, depending on what they're selling, but I won't do it.
Right.
You know, I spend too much time and money putting all this together. Damn if I'm going to sell myself short because some guy's too cheap to pay the full price.
Exactly. Well, and we know what it's worth, you know, and we got to the point where we can make this stuff fast enough that you know, we're already dealing with economies of scale and speed and practice. You know, we're already giving you a very good price on these things. So it's like, you know, I don't know.
Well, now if somebody comes and you know, they said, well, what kind of price can you give me if I buy 20 of them? Yeah, then I'll give them a percentage off.
Right. Well, then they're buying volume. Of course they will. Yeah.
So I'm still going to come out ahead that way. But, you know, that doesn't happen very often. I mean, I don't get too many people that come to guest. You know, last year when that guy wanted to buy 10 birdhouse ornaments, it's never happened before. That was the first time. You know, so I took 5% off just to, hopefully he'll come back this year and want to buy another big handful of them. So he was really grateful. Oh, wow, 5% off. That's great. Thank you. He didn't ask for it. I just offered it to him. Make, you know, good customer relations that way. But yeah, I usually don't, I won't discount unless they're going to buy a whole bunch of once together at the same time. I won't bargain with anybody. I find it stupid to give your stuff away. Yeah, but those people are, yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, right, sure.
I got another one for you. You guys heard of Art Fair Bingo?
No. What's that?
Like, Google that, because what you get, there's a whole bunch of these little, you know, bingo sheets, okay? And each square has got a different sort of art fair thing, like, you know, dog in a stroller and stuff like that. You know?
That's hilarious. See all kinds of weird stuff.
People,
yeah, but there's hundreds of different things that, you know, everybody's got a different sheet, and so it's entertaining.
I'm looking at it right now. That's hilarious.
Got the ugliest wig and, you know, the dirtiest clothes, the funkiest shoes, the cheap one, the cheap bargain hunter.
Well, and people will post pictures of things like, you know, like this one show, somebody had a llama. They were walking around with a full-on, you know, alpaca or a llama or something, and people were like, "Is this a bingo square?" You know,
should have been.
Yeah.
Nope, that was an outdoor fair, not an indoor one. No.
Yeah, and some of it is like, you know, did you make this? Or, you know what you should do.
Yeah, the weather around where I live, though, during at this time of the year is so unpredictable. I will only do indoor.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and in here, I mean, where you're in California, I mean, I'm in Michigan. Like at this point, from here on out, you know, we could get anywhere from strong thunderstorms to snow. You know, so. You know, and let me tell you, doing an outside art fair where you're, you know, where there's a good stiff breeze off the plains, and it's 45 degrees, is not happening. You know.
See, so October, November, we'll get some really good winds and stuff like that. And I get emails from people. It's like, oh, we want you to sign up for our craft fair. I said, when is it? And they go, a month and a half. and your booth will be outside. I'm like, well, you can't predict what the weather's gonna be like in a month and a half. I'm not gonna
Right.
sign something like that. Are you kidding me? Especially
They
this.
just want your money.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, I got an email today that was like, "Oh, I saw you at Kempenfest, and I love your work, and you'd be so fitting for this show, and blah blah blah." And it's a 2-day show, and I've never heard of it. It's like in their infancy, and they want $325 for 1 day. You're 500 for 2 days. I'm like, no thanks. I do some 3 or 4 day weekend shows, and they're like $500-600, and they get 10,000-20,000 people there. They were saying, "Oh, you'll have access to 2,000 people of 2,000 shoppers," and I'm like,
hate
no
that because
thanks.
they can't guarantee
Not
how
for
much
that price.
through there. They can't decide that.
No, exactly.
They can't.
If you could predict 40,000 shoppers, maybe that's, you know, that's
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
worthwhile. But it's
No.
2,000 is not.
If it's a show that's not established yet, there's no guarantee they're gonna get that many.
Exactly. Matt, I have a question. I just looked up that S star star overheard at art fairs. There's another one here that says S star 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 overheard at art fairs ... that don't turn you into assholes.
Yeah, I applied for both of them.
Oh, you applied for that one too? Okay, right on.
I don't know. I don't know what the other one is. The one that I'm a part of, the lady who runs it, has some interesting sort of turns of phrases too. That they've invented some words that are highly entertaining. So it's like,
Page you're talking about?
yeah, a Facebook page.
In the chat.
I don't know about the second one, Kate. I've never seen that one, but I'll have to look it up. Maybe it's new.
Yeah,
There were people who got offended, and there's at the first group, you know, at some of the things people were saying, and there's a big disclaimer in the group. It's like, look, we let our hair down in here. If you're easily offended, this is not the group for you. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
One of the questions of this one, are you a member of the other one? So I think it's the same person that made like a sister page of the main page, because
No, I don't think so. I think it's somebody who got tossed out of the first group for getting offended.
Yeah, probably so.
That's what I would
maybe.
bet, because I know the person who runs the first group also runs some like legit, well-behaved art fair sort of pages. So I can't imagine that she would have a group that would ask that question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody scorned.
I just
Yeah.
like what happens. If it says mine is pending. Oh, they got the picture of the person with the llama.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mine told me that you couldn't they didn't allow pages to apply because I guess mine accidentally clicked over to my one of my business pages.
Ah,
So I might not get to get in.
well, you'll have to be, you know, go and try to get in as you. So
Yeah, so
I don't know, but it's entertaining. There hasn't been a lot of activity in the last like, I don't know, 6-8 weeks, but it's been like, you know, you could spend hours just going through all the posts. So
It's gonna start busy with the craft season coming up.
oh yeah.
It's just now starting, so
yeah.
Well, a lot of the folks in that group seem to do summer, so like they're doing outdoor art fairs and stuff. So
Yeah, they don't
like
live,
that,
they don't live in Texas.
right? Well, they live in like in, you know, in the center part of the country, like Carolina through Tennessee through and into the Southwest. So yeah, up here it's a little, you know, where I live in Michigan, it's a little iffy sometimes, too early. You know, art fair season here is like June, and June is sometimes questionable. June, July, August, and sometimes early September. But most of them aren't there aren't a whole lot of outdoor events anymore. So
Hmm.
I was
Yeah,
telling
it's
my
prob-
wife how we had some cloud cover, and I was telling my wife, man, it is friggin' nice as hell outside. It's like 90 degrees with cloud cover. I can't believe it's like fall's almost starting, and it's only August. And she's like, baby, it's the middle of fucking September.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be, I don't know what your temp is going to be tonight, Cade, but my forecast is saying something like 45 tonight. So
Right
Oh,
now,
really?
where I'm at, it's 85 degrees and it's almost 8 p.m. right now in California where I'm at.
That's
yeah,
pretty.
I've got 11 p.m. It's 52, and my overnight low is going to be 46 here. So
Yeah, I won't see those temperatures till like late October before it starts doing that here.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
get one
81
day. We'll get
81
one day of
degrees.
that in February.
It's 44 here, Matt.
there you
Man.
go, Scott.
There you go. Yeah, I
And
don't
we're
know.
you always have me beat, dude.
And then where my place is up north, where they got frost warnings for tonight.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
54 in Sterling Heights.
Wow.
Coming in, man. It's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell,
it's
they're
gonna
already
be
harvesting
north
potatoes
out.
in Minnesota and North Dakota.
They're harvesting potatoes here like it's raining.
Uh,
Wow.
is it normal
Yeah.
for them stuff this early?
Yeah, it's normal.
Hmm.
Sugar beets will be at the end of the month.
Carrots will be next.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been getting pretty chilly here in the evenings, down to like 11, 12, 10. But I mean, it's 25.5 in the house right now, so that's in the 80s. And then, yeah.
77 in the house, and that's because of AC.
Yeah, same here. That's with the
Still
AC.
freaking hot outside. Ugh.
You
My
Like
guys,
I said,
you guys,
we had a real humid day today. It was 70% humidity. It's
Yo,
been sticky.
yeah.
Been sticky.
That's gross.
My wife's
Yeah.
my wife's got the windows closed and a fire burning in the fireplace.
Wow.
So, here.
Next week,
Yeah.
we're drop down to
That's,
the 80s for the highs, and it's supposed to stay that way. It's supposed to get slower and lower and lower as we go. So
yeah, we have to keep the house a lot cooler than you guys do. So it's 72 in the summer, and then we drop it down to 68 in the winter. I got big furry dogs that need it to be cooler.
Oh
can't-
yeah.
You can't afford to have the heat any higher than that. The fuel costs would kill you.
Right.
yeah, true. Yeah, so it'll get down to 51 Fahrenheit tonight, but right now it's 78 in the house.
So the cold's still getting to you. Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna head out, guys. It's been great. Enjoy your
Matt.
evening. I really enjoy these meetings, and the demo was great. So very cool. Lots of ideas. So
Mhm.
it's good to see
Definitely.
everybody's working on Christmas stuff. I like that. So it's like,
Right. Yeah.
Right,
I think it should be, but yeah, it's that time of the year.
yep.
right.
Yeah, I
Ramp
got
up.
beef too.
Yeah,
So
I had an interesting discussion. I don't know, about a month ago, where I was trying to get into there's an Amish furniture store nearby that sells a lot of things. I was trying to get in there, and I don't like her commission there that she takes. It's a little high. But the things she was interested in was the Christmas decorations. So she's like, bring those by at the end of August. And I was like, okay, I know what everybody's timing is now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if I have a good Christmas season, I'll still be filling snowman orders into January. So
Oh, there you go.
Well, there you go.
I have to do that sometimes. People are like, I didn't give a chance to get my snowman. Can I still order one? I said, yeah.
absolutely.
Where do you get those little stocking caps that you've got on, the little red stocking caps? Those are cool.
I got those at Hobby Lobby of all places.
I like it.
I believe it. I believe
cool.
it. I'll have to try that.
That's
I'll have to go
Scott.
look for some of those.
That's fine.
I thought you might knit them.
No,
Like knit
Yeah.
with them. I'm just joking. Just joking.
They had them last year, but I went there last week and they didn't have any in. So I hope, I'm crossing my fingers they get more in. That's it.
Right on.
It's perfect for my snowman. It's a
Yeah, those are cool, man.
Yeah, they are.
another-
Look for little booties for little cats and little dogs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have
Those
it
were
they,
fit.
year, I mean, they have it this year, but they have a snowman section on one of their shelves that's all snowman stuff. Where you can buy
Oh,
the different size hats and the knit caps and all that stuff.
Right.
that's cool.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna see you next week.
See you,
All
Daniel.
right.
All right, see you
All right,
later.
Daniel.
Have a
Take care, buddy.
All right,
nice. Yep. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye now.
Good night, guys. I'm leaving too. Take care. Have a
All
good
right,
Thanks,
night.
Steven.
See you later, Steven. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off too, man.
Kelly, lazy.
Come
Ah,
on.
okay, I'll hang out for a minute. Never mind.
We haven't started cussing yet, man. Where are you going?
What are you
Oh,
talking?
what the fuck? No, I'm just joking.
Shit. Hey, Scott, Scott, can you run through how the t-shirts are gonna work for Kelly real quick?
Sure. So. Let me find my notes where I wrote this all down so I don't forget something.
Right here, you can get G-strings made too, can you?
No,
Yeah, right.
you're
Oh.
wrong.
Damn.
Can I change the logo? Can I get my name also on the breastplate?
No,
And the nipple?
One of my letters. That ain't gonna work.
Oh, man.
so Kelly, if you want a shirt, I'm gonna set up a PayPal account and another account Dane's gonna help me with later. The shirts will be $25. You buy the shirt, you ship it to me with a return envelope with the postage already on it. And when it's printed, I'll ship it back to you. And it has to be 50% polyester minimum.
Okay, cool.
And
Good night, Patrick.
everybody's
Take
having
care, Patrick.
those shirts at Walmart.
Yeah,
Hey, these shirts are freaking great. They are so they're like velour. I mean, they may as well be made with cashmere.
yeah, they're nice shirts. And
Dope.
they weren't even, I didn't even pay $7 a piece for them. They were cheap.
Nope.
Yeah, they're nice.
So hey,
Stretchy,
Scott, you say it's
breathable.
$25 per shirt, right?
Yep,
Okay.
That's the printing cost. So
that's
whatever
the printing cost.
whatever the shirt costs you and whatever the return postage and the postage to Scott, that's all on you. But the $25 fee is for the contractor that is putting the logo on the t-shirt.
Yeah, right on. That's cool.
$5 is. Yep.
I want
That's
a long
cool.
sleeve one like Scott's wearing.
This
Well,
isn't
all you gotta
actually,
do-
this isn't a long sleeved one. It's a long sleeve shirt with a t-shirt over it.
Okay.
If you want a long sleeved one, Scott, send me a long sleeve shirt. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of t-shirt you send me as long as it's got the right polyester count.
Yeah. Just don't send a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
No.
just don't send a sweatshirt. It's got to be t-shirt material.
I don't wear sweatshirts all that often, so
I'm working on
Probably too hot
sweatshirts, but
down
so
there.
far they haven't worked out very well. They don't seem to work as good as t-shirts
it's just the material they're made out of.
Because they're thicker.
because they're thicker. That's part of the
Yeah.
problem, and they have a different weave to them. They're coarser.
Right. But yeah, hell, I like mine. I wore this one there 2 weeks ago when I was in Hatch, New Mexico, and I had several people ask me, what do you do at Worldwide Wood Turners? I go, I turn wood.
We play baseball.
You
Yeah,
know?
Play baseball.
we play with
What
wood.
kind of machine is that? Well, that's a wood lathe. Is that like a metal lathe? Yeah, It's very much like a metal lathe, except it has nothing with metal in it. It's wood lathe.
And you do everything by hand.
Yeah, with gears and pulleys.
Yep.
Yeah, so and from there, went on about what our group is, what we do, teach, demystify wood turning. If you're a prick, you can't be a part of our group. You turn out to be a prick, you can't be a part of the group. Yeah.
Trying to
Oh,
sell.
speaking of which, I 86 that guy that said he was going to go. Bye bye. Good day.
What guy
But
was?
did he show up today?
Huh?
Did he show up today?
Oh no, that guy he didn't show up. No. But
Oh, different guy.
no, this was on one of my tags where I tagged everybody.